Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is a video to help the people that just can't upgrade because of error messages when they want to upgrade to Windows 10. This is a complex video, and it's going to explain notions of your computer and install that you need to understand at a minimum. I try to explain it as simple as possible, but it's a really complex issue here. So, let's start. Okay, you've got this nice little window here that says, hey, click there, got a free upgrade. You reserve your copy. Everything should go well, everything should work. You realize that after 2 months and a half since the release of Windows 10, you still haven't got the OK to upgrade. You realize that, okay, you got the OK, but when you click on it, you've waited hours and it didn't do anything. Or you clicked and it started to install and you got some kind of cryptic message like something happened with an error code that looks like this. You're not alone. The majority of people that upgraded on Windows 10 upgraded from this little window here, and it worked very, very, very well. From this, it seemed to be okay for the majority of people. But you know what? I have 4 computers here that I upgraded to Windows 10. 3 of them worked fine with this. 1 did not work well with this. So, you got to understand that there are 2 ways of installing Windows 10. And when you install, there are 2 things that you got to choose from. And that impacts the possibility or not for you to install Windows 10. The first thing is upgrading from within your Windows. So it means that this is upgrading from within your Windows. You are in Windows 7, Windows 8.1, and you're trying to upgrade through that Windows version to Windows 10. So that's an upgrade from within Windows. You've got also the possibility to upgrade from outside of Windows. That means you'll boot it from a DVD, from a USB thumb drive. And that makes a big difference. Most of the problems that occur from upgrade is because you're upgrading from within Windows, and Windows has some issues with that. So it means that it might be possible to upgrade, but you'll have to do it from outside. So follow this video. It explains to you how to do all the different installs. So step 1, you try this. Try it at least 2 or 3 times. Okay, if it didn't work first, try it again. Restart your computer, try it again, just to see if it works. One of my machines, it worked on the second try. It didn't want on the first. If that doesn't work, then you have another choice. You go to this website that I will, of course, put the link in the description below my video. This is the download page of Windows 10. You've got what they call a download tool. How do you know if you got 32, 64-bit version? You go in Windows 8.1, for example, you go in the search and you type system. Here you'll have system information. Or you go into the system tab of your control panel in Windows 7. You'll have something that says x64 or 64 bits or 32, x32 or 32 bits. That tells you which version you need. You have to know that and choose the correct version from the start. You click the download tool, you'll be greeted with this. What do you want to do? This is the second try that you can do from within Windows. You're still inside your Windows, your old Windows right now. You click upgrade this PC now, you click next, and you let it do its job. Some people that didn't work in the first try, the one with this window here, it did work with this. And if it does, thank God, works fine. Doesn't work for this, gives you error message when again something like something happened, just hangs and doesn't do anything, or starts and then comes back to your old Windows. Then you'll choose second option, create installation media for another PC. and you'll click next. Here you'll choose a correct language, the correct edition, and 64-32-bit. What edition should you choose? If you're in Windows 7 Starter, if you're in Windows 7 Home Premium, it's the Home version that you get. If you're in Windows 7 Pro, on Windows 7 Ultimate, you choose Windows 10 Pro. Don't fool Windows. If you try the wrong version, it won't activate, and you're just going to be losing your time. And of course, 32-64-bit depending on your system, and you click next. Here, two things can happen. The first option, USB flash drive. Pop in a USB flash drive in one of the USB ports. They're really inexpensive today. I think everybody should have at least one USB flash drive. And choose USB flash drive and click next. And it's going to create on that USB thumb drive a bootable version of Windows 10 that you can set up from. Before you boot from it, go into your File Explorer when it's created, click your thumb drive, and click the setup file that will be in the thumb drive. Once again, try to upgrade like that. People that couldn't on the first and on this could by using the flash drive. This flash drive can be booted, but only from old computers. So, if you have an old BIOS machine that gives you the possibility to press F12 or F10 to boot from other devices, choose boot from USB and boot from the flash drive. Now, because you are booting from the flash drive, this is what I call the install outside of Windows. You are not in your Windows install anymore. You're outside of it. You're in the installation files and the process from the Windows 10 install media. Chances are, if the other things didn't work, this is going to work. Now, there's one thing though. It cannot boot, this USB flash drive cannot boot on new computers because it uses an old style of booting up. What you'll want to do at that point is click ISO file. And from here, you'll click next, and it's going to ask you where you want to download the file. It's going to create a file called windows.iso. You can use that and create a DVD with it by using a piece of software like AnyBurn, for example, that gives you the option to burn image file to disk. So you'll click there, you'll choose your windows.iso file, and you'll burn it to a DVD. Or you'll use a tool like Rufus that will enable you to create a bootable USB thumb drive with that image. The reason why Rufus is useful is because if you have a new UEFI computer, the USB thumb drive from the download tool cannot boot on new computers. But this program will create one that is compatible with the new computers, and you can boot from your USB thumb drive. But once again, if you don't have a thumb drive, you can just download the file and just burn it on a DVD, boot from the DVD. Now you are installing from outside of Windows, and there's a good chance that that's going to work. I've upgraded about 50 computers since Windows 10 was released, and I can tell you one thing, all of them installed in some manner, but some of them I had to install with a USB flash drive or a boot DVD, because some of them just didn't want to upgrade from within the Windows itself. And it could be because of software that's installed, it could be because of a lot of things. But word of caution, if you boot from these flash drives or DVDs and starting the install, you have to choose upgrade first. That's the first install you need to do, will always be an upgrade. because that's how it's going to know that it is possible to have the free version of Windows 10, and that's how it's going to activate itself. And hopefully one of these options works. I know this is a little complex. What I explained here is not as easy to understand, but try one of those options. And if you upgrade, don't mind this. If you have a window that says enter the product key, don't enter anything. Just skip. There's a skip button. Just skip and don't mind. You're upgrading, you don't need a product key. There's no product key. Don't search for a product key. Don't ask for a product key. There's never going to be a product key. You don't need it, and you're losing your time once again if you're trying to find a product key for Windows 10. Okay? So, that's pretty much how it works. It's very complex. There's a lot of little steps here, but I've explained to you the different ways that you can upgrade to Windows 10. And I can tell you, out of all the computers I've upgraded, none didn't upgrade with at least one of those options. That means that if you do things right, chances are pretty high that you'll have an install of Windows 10. But you know what? I know that some of you out there will probably run into a problem wherever you want to install it and however you want to install it. That unfortunately does happen, and you know what? There are computers out there that are not compatible, and there will never be. And there are computers that have some types of problems that the install just can't solve and can't work out and just doesn't want to install on it. So there's a possibility, but you know what? A lot of people telling me, look, there's so many problems with the install process. And you know what? There's not that much problem with the install process. But say, 1% of 110 million people didn't upgrade because it didn't work. 1%, when you look at that number, is a small number. 1% of 110 millions is 1.1 million people. That's a lot of people. So it gives you an idea. You have to put it relative to the number of computers that wants to install. And that's why we get high numbers of people complaining they can't upgrade. There's error messages. So try it out. Hopefully you're listening to me, and just watch it again and again if you miss out on some of the stuff that I said. That's the cool thing about YouTube. And hopefully I've helped you upgrade your computer. One last thing. When you upgrade, you've got two choices. Keep your personal files in programs or erase everything. You know what? If it doesn't want to upgrade in any matter while you keep your programs and files, try it with erase everything. You know what? I think the best way to upgrade to Windows 10 with this is to remove everything. Make a backup of your files, make a backup of everything you need, and just do it. Fortunately, a lot of people don't want to do that, and it's sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and you got to take the time to do it and to do it right. So good luck. Hope that one of these little tricks helped and that you've installed your Windows 10. If you have any comments, questions, any problems, why not ask away? We'll try to help you if we can. If you like our videos, subscribe. We post lots of videos every day. And hopefully you enjoy our videos. Give us thumbs up. Helps us on the ratings on YouTube. And thank you for being there and following us.